Good morning, guys. Thank you for having me here. So yeah, this is gonna be kind of like a brainstorming session. Okay, so I don't want to be the only one speaking to you guys. I want you guys to kind of like participate on the presentation as well. The title of the presentation is How to Make Money Online in 2025. I'm gonna speak a little bit about Amazon, which is my actually like expertise, but I'm also gonna teach you a little bit about other channels such as Shopify, TikTok Shop, social media, and some other channels that you can use to make money online in 2025, okay? Good thing about making money online, like it's not gonna take you 8 years to build. Probably like Rafa took maybe around like 10 years to build like his whole logistics company. If you're making money online, if you're doing e-commerce, you can make pretty good money in a year, 2 years, or 3 years. If you have like the right foundation, the right concepts, and the right mindset, you're gonna be able to make it. So the agenda for today, we're gonna do a quick session because you guys have, well, like around 40 minutes left here in this session. We're gonna talk a little bit about Amazon, okay, and how you can start selling on the world's biggest shopping mall. We're gonna be talking a little bit about TikTok Shop and e-com stores. We're gonna be talking about like number 3 is gonna be the most important section of the presentation, which is selling your skills as a service, okay? Like how's that opportunity, how does it work, how you can offer it to local businesses today or tomorrow, and you can start making money online, okay? And then we're gonna do a real talk about how to start with $0 pretty much, so you can build your business and start making money without like a lot of upfront capital that you need to put. And then at the end, we're gonna do a little activity and Q&A. Okay, so first of all, e-commerce. Anyone familiar with this term? Has anyone heard about e-commerce before? Raise hand. Yeah, what is e-commerce for you? Yeah, like selling products online, right? Okay, so that's a great definition. That's actually the definition of e-commerce. I would say selling products or services online. Actually, if you're starting out from zero, probably it's gonna be easier and cheaper for you with a higher reward offering services instead of products at the beginning. So we're gonna be talking about that as well. You can offer services, start making some money, and then you build like an actual business and start reselling products, okay? So e-commerce, like it really changed my life. This was myself in 2018. I was starting out my Amazon store. I was just prepping products out of my parents' living room. I was bartending on the weekends. I was just pretty much like flipping Adidas running shoes on Amazon. So that's how we started. This is how the operation looks today. So this is my warehouse here in Doral, pretty close to here, like 5 minutes from here, all full of products. This is, well, these are not my cars, by the way, these are just friends, but this is my truck, this is my warehouse, this is my SUV, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter, but like things like they've changed a lot.
So,
and this is a screenshot of the results.
Keyword today, 16K in 1 day.
In 1 day. So this was the revenue for that day when I took the screenshot. I'm sorry. Okay, $8.3 million in that Amazon store only in the US. I also sell products on Amazon Canada and Mexico, so it's a little bit more of $8.5 million, but yeah, those are some of the results. So you can actually get started today, and probably like in 3, 4, 5 years, you might be getting numbers like this. Okay, so selling on Amazon and the basics, okay? This key point right here that nobody knows about, okay? So 66% of the products that are sold on Amazon are not being sold by Amazon, okay? So they're sold on the Amazon platform, but they're being sold by regular people like you, like me, like small businesses, okay? So you can actually find profitable products, sell them on Amazon, and actually 2/3 of the total products that are sold on Amazon are sold by people just like me, okay? So yeah, they're sold by regular people like you and me, and it could be every type of product, okay? It could be like a private label, like your own brand, if you want to do like a clothing brand, or you want to do like a water bottle brand or gym clothing or whatever, like you can do that. Or you can also do brand name products, such as Nike, such as FUI water, Logitech, or any of the brand name products that we're familiar with. You can buy them for a low price, resell them on Amazon at a higher price, and then you make the profit, which is pretty much the difference.
Do you guys understand what private label is?
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So private label is basically when you create your own brand, okay? So you can sell 2 types of products. You can resell Nike products, Sony, Fiji water, Logitech, whatever you want to call it, on any category. It could be beauty and personal care, it could be clothing, whatever, okay? These are brand name products that we sell at a discount and we resell them on Amazon. Or we can create our own brand, which is a private label site.
It says create own brand. So let's say you want to create a a water brand. You go to Fiji, you tell them, I'm gonna buy $20,000 from me, but I want you to go ahead and put my label. I said private label.
Yeah.
My label, my brand. Fiji will go ahead and take and put your label, your brand, on their water, and then you sell it as.
And instead of saying, instead of being Fiji water, it's going to be Rafa's magic water, or whatever the name Rafa want to use. Okay, so that's kind of like different avenues that you can take on Amazon to make money. So Amazon FBA, okay, so inside Amazon there is a program called Amazon FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, which I think is one of the best products, one of the best programs in the world. Okay, so what it means is fulfilled by Amazon. Okay, FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. What it means is that Amazon stores, ships, and delivers all the products for you to the customers. Okay, so now you're buying, let's say, Nike shoes, so you're gonna resell them on Amazon, and you don't have to have like all 20 pairs of shoes in your living room. You can just put them in a box, send them to Amazon, they're gonna receive the products, and once they start getting the orders, they're gonna fulfill it for you. So it's easier because you don't have to do the whole logistics side of it.
Amazon Prime is, you know how you receive it next door, Amazon Prime? Amazon Prime is when you're fulfilling FBA. So whenever you see Prime, that seller is selling FBA.
Yeah.
They're sending all their product to Amazon. Amazon is shipping it to you guys. That's what Prime means.
Yeah.
You know, so if a seller wants to sell, sell Prime, they have to ship their inventory to Amazon and do FBA.
Okay. Any Amazon customers here? Do you guys buy products on Amazon? Yeah, pretty much everybody here, right? And we all love Amazon because we have the Prime shipping, free shipping, like next day shipping. We order something today, and then tomorrow at 7 in the morning, we have just the product in the doorstep. So that's kind of like the staple of Amazon. They can achieve that through the FBA program because they have thousands of sellers just sending the products to them, so they do all the stocking, and as soon as the orders start coming in, they just deliver and fulfill. Okay, and you don't need to be a big brand or influencer to get started on Amazon. That's one of the best things, because you can create your store. The only thing that you're gonna be looking for is kind of like doing a product research of products that are actually selling on Amazon. Amazon's gonna show you the data. So for example, Nike shoes, okay, so these Nike shoes, Air Max, let's call it, is selling 800 units a month. Okay, so you already have that data. So you know that product is selling well on Amazon. So your job pretty much is just kind of like buy that product at the lowest possible price and just resell it for a higher price on Amazon. So kind of like the business model is pretty simple to understand, okay? And then why Amazon is gonna be a great starting point for you, okay, as a first business, okay? Number one, because there's already millions of customers that trust Amazon and they shop on Amazon every single day. I ask about Amazon sellers, everybody is an Amazon customer, I'm sorry. Okay, you can start with just one product, okay? So Amazon, they don't have like a minimum order or a minimum amount of products that you need to sell on Amazon to be an Amazon seller. You can start with just one product that you found on clearance. It could be on Costco, it could be on Marshall's, it could be on any discount stores, and then just one product, 2, 3 products, like whatever amount of products you find, you can just flip them on Amazon. And then the logistics, as I said before, they're handled by Amazon through the FBA program. And actually on Amazon, you learn a lot of like real business skills, okay? So you guys are a little bit familiar with all the logistics and how to do the fulfillment and the processing of orders. It could be on books for our classrooms or whatever. That's gonna help you a lot on Amazon, because Amazon, you're gonna be doing that on the real world, okay, on real life, and making money because you already have that knowledge. Okay, so that was on Amazon, okay? So that's, let's call it like section number 1 of the presentation, how to sell on Amazon. Now let's go to part number 2, okay? There's other ways of doing e-commerce, okay? So Amazon is king, okay? Amazon is the biggest e-com platform in the world, but there are other options for you as well, okay? There are some emerging apps such as Shopify and TikTok Shop that are working really, really well right now. And if you wanna create your own product and sell your own products or your own brands, maybe Shopify and TikTok Shop could be a really good option for you. Okay, so this is actually a screenshot of a Shopify store that we have. This was, I think, November of last year. We made $220,000 on that Shopify store in that month, and the only product that we were selling is this thing right here that I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be familiar with it. This is pretty much a cocktail smoker. Okay, so this, can you, yeah, it's for an old fashioned, exactly. Do you guys see the picture? Can you see it from there? Yeah, right? Yeah, so this thing right here is called a cocktail smoker. Pretty much it's just a piece of wood. Okay, it has like a little hole here, and then you put like wood chips here, you burn them, and then it's gonna create the smoke into like the cocktail glass. So it's actually like a smoked cocktail. Exactly. Exactly. So there's a lot of people.
They do the presentation table side. They take it out, the smoke comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So you can use it on bars. A lot of people, they just like it and do it in their own house. So we actually were able to create these results from just one product that went viral, and we actually monetize on that trend. Okay, so that's kind of like the power of e-commerce. If you get to the right opportunity at the right time and you do it the right way, you're gonna be able to make a lot of money. And this right here, we're not even talking about Amazon. Like the Amazon store, it was just running by itself, as it always does.
Out of that product, what were the margins on it?
That's a great question. Okay, so this $220,000 in sales. It doesn't mean that I put $220,000 in my pocket. Okay, I wish I did, but it wasn't $220,000. So roughly the margins there could be 33%, okay, so 1/3 of the sales, it goes to the actual product cost. Okay, so the product, let's say I sell it for $60. The product might be the cost $20. I could spend around $20 on advertising for each sale, and they'll make $20 profit. Okay, so it'd be between a 30 and 33% profit margin on those $220,000. So it's just insane. It's pretty much kind of like life-changing money. I'm not here just to brag about the results or anything. I'm just kind of like, I want to share this opportunity with you, because if you actually get to a trending product and you actually have the knowledge and the mindset to create an online store and capitalize on that opportunity, like you can make really good money. You don't need to make $72,000 profit to live a good life. Okay, if you make 5K, 7K, 10K, like it's already kind of like life changing, especially at your age. So the only thing that I wish is when I was your age that I was started selling on Amazon or creating an online store. Just to make clear that point, because it's super, super important. Anyone knew about Amazon that 66% of the products on Amazon were sold by regular people? Did anyone know that, like this morning before the presentation? You knew. So we have 1 person, 3, okay, 4 person out of the whole room. So we're talking, what, like around 5% of people? So there's 95% of people that they still don't have that information about e-commerce and the opportunity that you have to make money online. And by the way, a lot of this stuff is not gonna be taught by your parents, because your parents, they didn't have that opportunity, okay? It's not like about like being a bad dad or whatever, like they didn't have that opportunity and that information at that time, and that's the exact same reason why they can teach us, because sometimes like they don't even understand how it works. So how to get started? As Rafa said, anybody can do that, like literally like anybody. So you just need to create an online store. I would recommend either Shopify or TikTok Shop if you're gonna sell this type of products, okay? Then you test trending products. You just run simple ads or create the videos yourself, like you create the content to sell the product. And one of the best things is that sometimes you don't even need inventory, okay? So if you're doing drop shipping, okay, anyone familiar with drop shipping? Maybe you? What is drop shipping?
Basically reselling stuff like that people are already selling, like such as...
Yeah, and that you don't have those products, okay? So basically that's a really good definition, okay? So basically drop shipping, what it means is you have your supplier here, okay? The supplier that you buy the product from. And then you have your online store and you have the customer. Okay, so the customer is gonna place an order from you, but you don't have the product. The product is on the manufacturer. So you place the order to a manufacturer and the manufacturer ships the product directly to the customer. So you're selling this product and you're selling $220,000 a month, and you don't even have the product in your living room or your office or your warehouse. Okay, so
for example, if I'm selling the keyboard, he's selling it to you, I'm the manufacturer, I own it, I'm shipping it to you.
exactly. So I pay Rafa $10 for that keyword, and I sell it to the final customer for $45. So the customer, he pays me $45, I pay Rafa $10, and the product goes directly to the customer. So that's really, really powerful because you're not gonna need a lot of capital or a lot of money on sitting on inventory and products because you don't even have the products. You're just kind of like creating the storefront to offer the product at a higher price. So here's a few examples of like real world examples that are doing really, really good. This is the #1 TikTok shop in the world right now. They're here in the US. I'm friends with the owner. It's called Hudson. The brand is called Comfort. Okay, so it's just kind of like sweatshirts and sweatpants and like just kind of like regular clothing. They're doing over $30 million a month in sales, which is insane. And they're building that business just out of TikTok shop and working with affiliates. I'm gonna be speaking about affiliates a little bit later on in the presentation. Another example, a friend of Rafa and mine, Carbinox. These are just smart watches such as Garmin and stuff, but they're a little bit cheaper. So they have a really, really huge market for these type of products. They're doing really, really well. Rafa is also friends with the owner, okay? Now, let's go to the last part of TikTok, okay? So we have TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop is something that they launched less than a year ago where they actually create stores within the TikTok app, okay? So the TikTok app that everybody's scrolling on TikTok every single day, they're now selling products directly on TikTok. So you don't have to go to Amazon, you don't have to go to a website, you can do it directly on TikTok. So that's one way of monetizing, the same way that Comfort is doing, okay? But you have an easier way of monetizing on TikTok, and it's the TikTok affiliate program. Anyone familiar with TikTok affiliate program? No? You are? You like e-commerce, that's cool. Yeah.
I think it's like where you can like partner up with like other brands like to
Yep.
like advertise.
That's exactly what it is. So you partner up with brands and you start promoting their products on your TikTok, and if people buy the product through your video or whatever, you're gonna get a commission of those sales, okay? So usually these commissions, they go between 25 and 35%. Let's put just kind of like a round number on 30%. So for example, if you partner with Carbinox and you're selling their watches at $100 and you get 30%, you're getting $30 for each sale that you make just by creating videos of the product. Okay, so you partner with Carbinox, they start selling you, they send you, for free a few samples. You start using the watch, recording videos, and then you put kind of like the link of the TikTok shop on the video. If people buy, you already get $30 for each of the sales, okay? So the opportunity is massive and it's unlimited, okay? There's teenagers or high school students just like you guys making over $10,000 on TikTok because of the affiliate program, okay? It's only by promoting other people's brands and charging a commission, as I said. For example, Comfort, they don't work with 2 or 3 affiliates. They have over 250,000 affiliates. So they have 250,000 people just promoting their brand by organic content, and that's how they're getting to $30 million. And then you're getting 30% commission of whatever you're selling, and you don't even have the risk of having inventory, putting money up front. Like, you don't have to do anything. The only thing that you're gonna do is receive a sample, create pretty nice content around the product that you're promoting, and you're gonna start getting commissions out of the sales.
And by the way, every single one of you guys could do this. It's not magic. It doesn't take much. You just gotta try and take the first step. Once you take the first step, the second step is gonna be easier. The third one's gonna be easier. But like everything else, sometimes you gotta, at some point in time, you gotta start and you gotta give it a shot.
Yeah. So here's some basic numbers, okay, on the TikTok affiliate program. These are 4 creators that, for example, she's made over $230,000, 242, 237, 238. This is the amount of items that they've sold. And then what is crazy is if you see the average video views, they have 941, 692, 1,900. Does anyone have a TikTok shop, a TikTok video with over 900 views? I'm pretty sure a lot of you do. So, yeah, getting 1,000 views on TikTok is not that hard. Yeah, so you basically start talking like or showing like a trend.
What we said is information.
Yeah.
You guys are not making the money because you didn't have the information. Now you have the information. Now if you want to do it, and that is if you want to do it. I understand it's not for everybody.
Exactly.
But if you decide to go and take that step, you got the information.
That's a good thing, that you have options, okay? If you like creating TikTok videos and try to go viral and stuff, this is gonna be great for you. If you don't want anyone to see your face and you wanna be unknown, you can create an Amazon store. And nobody's gonna know you're the owner of that store. Probably you've bought products on Amazon from my store and you didn't know it. Like you actually like didn't know me if I wasn't here. So
The reason why this is an opportunity, how many of you guys watch TV? Watch TV? Not as many as it used to be. So what happens is, the way that people buy products is changing.
Yeah.
The way that you guys buy products is not because of you saw an ad on TV or you heard an ad on the radio. The way that you guys buy products is you look on TikTok, you look on Amazon, you look on Instagram, you're watching a reel, like, oh, that's a cool shirt, those are cool shoes. So that's why they're paying you, because you guys, you know, if you're an influencer, if you have, you know, even just your friends, you guys generate sales. So now it's a whole different way that these retailers are selling the product to the customer. You know, so that's why this, you know, the opportunity is changing. So that's why this is a great way to, you know, a great thing to take advantage of.
yeah, okay.
The world has changed is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you guys ready for the most important part of the presentation? This is going to be the biggest opportunity to make money in 2025, and it's going to be the easiest one, okay? The easiest one to get started. Okay, so the biggest opportunity to make money online, if I had to start over again, if my business, God forbid, went bankrupt or whatever, or if I was a high school student, the only thing that I'll be focusing in 2025 is to start selling my skills as a service. Okay, this is the best business model in the world, especially at your age. Okay, so you guys have a lot of skills. We have a guy here, he's getting over 1,000 views on TikTok on a few videos. Okay, that has a real value for other like people and business owners. So he could start selling that information or that service to our businesses, okay? This is a great business model because it's gonna have low risk and high reward. Like you're already creating videos, like there's not a lot of that you're investing. You're investing a little bit of your time, your talent on creating videos and try to go viral, but like you're not putting money up front or anything, okay? But you have a really, really high reward because there's a lot of business owners, there's a lot of people or businessmen that they're willing to pay really good money for those type of services, okay? And the last thing is gonna be unlimited demand for these type of services. Like every single business, they need this type of services, and I'm gonna show you exactly why. So what does businesses need in 2025? They need content, they need videos, they need ads, they need social media, they need posting videos, posting pictures, all that stuff. They need help with AI, okay? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are starting to get familiar with ChatGPT and all that stuff. There's a lot of business owners right there. They're 65, 70, 75 years old. They don't understand AI. Like they can't. Like it just won't happen. I mean, like it's just a different time. We're living in a different world. So if you actually develop your skills to be a master, you don't even need to be a master, but to be familiar or be decent at AI, you can sell that service to businesses. And there's going to be a lot of big businesses like Rafa's, for example, that he's willing to pay someone so they can help him with AI or with social media posting, because I'm pretty sure, Rafa, like you don't really have time in your day to be posting on Instagram. But you understand having a social media for your business today is critical.
Yes.
Like you have to.
And let me ask you, do you need to go to college for that?
You don't. You don't. And actually, like this information, like it's not as let's call it available as basic information for other things that they don't really make a lot of money. Okay, so you can offer these services to business owners. You can start with one client. He can pay you $300, $500 a month, and then once you start getting good at it, you start scaling. You get to 5 to 10 clients, or you're already making $5,000 a month. Okay, I'm pretty sure if you're making $5,000 a month on high school, like there's gonna be a lot of things that are gonna change. Okay, in a positive way. So skills you already know or that you can learn pretty fast. Okay, so social media management. I'm pretty sure like everybody here, like 100% of the room, you guys have social media. So you're familiar with social media. You could do Canva designs for businesses, you can do video creation or editing, you can do paid ads, you can do AI tools like ChatGPT for business tax or even for copywriting. Like big businesses, usually they do email newsletters. So they want to be consistently emailing their leads or their customers to offer their services. But the business owner, they don't really have time to be writing the emails. we can type the emails right now with ChatGPT. In 10 minutes, you can have a full month worth of emails, okay? So if you actually know how to master ChatGPT, you can create those emails for that person, and that person is gonna be willing to pay you over $500 for that service, because if they get one client out of the 30 emails, they're gonna make back way more than the $500 that they're paying you.
I'm gonna use an analogy. Business owners are here, and you guys are here because of the age, basically. Business owners, they don't understand that because they're over here and they come from a different generation. You know, I don't understand that, you know, and I'm not that old. You could leverage your knowledge. Everything people are willing to pay for the skills and knowledge that you have. So it's just a way of monetizing that. So you use AI, ChatGPT. A lot of businesses, they're not using it. So you can go to a small business, just pay me $250, $300 a month, and I'm gonna do this for you. You know, a lot of the times the business owner, it's the value of time. They'd rather pay you the $300. You know, it'll take him 2 hours. It might take you 10 minutes. You know, because you have a different skill set. So that's the leverage that.
Yeah. I'm going to give you some real life examples so you see it's not that hard. So for example, one of the services that you could offer is create reels or Instagram posts for a local barber. So you go to your local barber here in Miami Springs and you see their Instagram page and you see it's pretty much trash, okay? So they're not good at posting and creating content and all that stuff. So you show them your Instagram page and you actually teach them, okay, or explain how having a better Instagram page is going to bring more customers, is going to create more trust on future customers or leads. So that's one of the services that you could offer. You could manage your an Instagram account or the social medias for any of your family members' restaurant, if you have one. If not, it could be a local restaurant here in Miami. Okay, so those are some of the services that you could actually offer. You can design menus or flyers with Canva. Okay, just pretty much like make like pretty nice designs and just do a refresh on the brand for that restaurant, for that barbershop, for that dollar store, whatever it is, that you can help them with them and charge them, of course. And lastly, you can help a store respond to reviews, to emails, to Instagram comments or whatever, using AI or using tools maybe like ManyChat or some of this stuff that you're already familiar with.
By the way, the graphic design part, how to design a tool, whatever, you know, that graphic design part.
You're asking or you're saying? You're asking? I thought you were saying, because yeah, you actually can. Like you can, it's gonna take a little bit of hustle. Like you need to just go to the business owners and kind of like introduce yourself and pitch them on exactly what you do. But you're already good at social media. You're getting views on TikTok videos or maybe like Instagram reels and stuff. So that's something that they actually need, because here's the math. Here's the math. Let's do the first example. Okay, so the local barber. Maybe they're not even posting anything on social media. So you go to them and you tell them like, listen, I'm gonna create 20 videos a month for you, for your Instagram page. And they're gonna pay you, let's say, $200. If those videos, they're gonna get traction and they're gonna start getting attention and new customers for that business. If they get $500 worth of business out of those customers, they're gonna pay you the $200 because they're making $300 extra that they were not making before. So if you actually provide value to the business, they're gonna be willing to pay, okay? Yeah, that's a great example. So I need to create the videos, I need to post on social media and stuff. So of course I need to pay her because she's one of the best in the world to do it. So you need to do it, because as a business owner today, you need to have your social medias, you need to promote yourself, because if a barber, if they don't promote their services, nobody's gonna know about them. So nobody's gonna go to a barbershop and they're not gonna make any money, and in 2 months they're gonna be bankrupt. Okay, so they actually need the service. It's not like we're pushing a sale or we're trying to get money where there is no money. Like they actually need the service. Okay.
How much time we got?
Like 5 minutes, right? Okay, so yeah, let me do something real quick. Okay, so you can get started with 0. Okay, yeah.
You guys have time. Use it instead of wasting time.
Yeah, and quick activity right now, I want you guys to think what are 3 things that you're good at or enjoy doing. Okay, so for example, we're talking about social media, creating TikToks or creating reels. Okay.
All of what he's been, how do you get to the conclusion? Okay, what am I going to sell? What am I going to do? How do I decide what leverage or what skills do I have You answer these 3 questions.
Yeah. So what are the 3 things that you're good at, that you know you can offer, okay, in exchange for money, of course? What's a business or a person that you know, that you're familiar with, that you could offer these services to? And number 3, what's the service that you could actually offer? Okay, so if we're good at social media, okay, I'm gonna create a plan that I'm gonna create 20 videos, and I'm gonna do all the social media management for your social media accounts for the barbershop right in the corner next to my house. Okay,
in my world, we call this clarifying questions.
Yeah.
They give you clarity on what you could do, and that applies to any type of business.
Yeah. If you want, you can take a picture of the slide, so you actually get the questions and think about it.
Apply to everything.
Yeah.
Any type of business that you do, any type of business that you're working on, it applies to everything. They call it clarifying questions. So you get clarity what to do or not to do.
You want to know how no one will tell you no? You tell them, I'll do the first month for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll do the first month for free, and if I make you any money, I'm going to keep a part of that.
That's funny, because that was actually the next slide. So I said, pick a skill, learn fast, okay, get a free client, okay, so just offer the service for free, so you actually understand what it means to fulfill the service, because you have to do the job as well if you wanna get paid, okay, and you can get a testimonial from that customer. So you go to a barbershop and you tell them, okay, I'm gonna make 10 videos for free, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna start getting new clients, okay. You do it, you wait for a month, and then you get back to him and you get like, how did it go? Did you get any new customers? Oh yeah, I did. Can you give me a testimonial so I can start selling my services to other businesses? He didn't pay anything, so of course he's gonna do it for you. And then he's gonna start paying you as well. Okay, you can offer that to 10 people, you can charge even as low as $100 per client, you're already making $500 in that service.
Make it like a no-risk
Okay.
offer for them.
And then final message, you don't need permission to be great. Don't wait until college. You don't need to wait until college. You don't need a diploma to do any of this, okay? So get started today, start now, fail fast, okay? Be willing to fail. Nothing happens, that's not bad. At the beginning, you're not even charging like these new customers, so you can just fail, and that's okay. You're gonna learn, so you can start making more money in the future. And if you need, ask for help and take action.
If you fail, if it doesn't go well, that's good. You know why? Because lesson learned.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna make the same mistake twice.
And you're gonna have more experience for the next business, okay? So, well, thank you. This is my Instagram in case you wanna follow me. And then if you have any questions, if you want copies of the presentation, whatever you need, I'm here to help you as well. You can just send me an email to this email address right here. Take a picture, just send me a message, and whenever you land your first customer and offer like these type of services, just let me know, okay? Yeah. Any questions before I leave? Yes, sir. What is this company? Like what do we do? Okay, so this is a coaching and consulting company. So we have our own Amazon store, and right now what we do, we teach people how to sell on Amazon, and we charge them for that service. We help them set up the store and all that stuff. So basically what we did here, for free because of the invitation, and thank you for having me, by the way, we actually charge people so they can start making money online. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I have the actual business, then I teach people how to set up those businesses, and we do a few other things. Okay? Thank you, guys.